All right. Fuck it. I'm not going to play the music again. This is part 2, 19.5 episode, whatever.
Oh, shit.
So, we'll try this again. Welcome back. That light shutting off constantly
You guys miss Hannah?
is gay.
Of a queer with everyone's Aunt Michelle.
Let's try this again. One more time.
Of a queer with
Santa liked my beard.
Hey, it's everybody's Aunt Michelle, and here we go. Happy Halloween. I hope everybody's having a great time tonight. Tonight, I'd like to tell you a little story that I recently heard about somebody called Julia Jane. Strap in, and here we go.
Oh, they use the strap on.
All right, then, love. So, Julia Jane was 17 in 1968, and from what I heard, she had the cancer. And she was sent off to an hospice house. And from what I heard, she was quite a little bit of a sleepwalker, and she had been in love with this bloke. His name was Nathan, and she felt as though her life had been cut a little bit short. She didn't get to go to prom, and sometimes at night she felt as though she heard him calling out to her. And one night she went walking about through the hospice house looking for him. She felt he was calling out to her. Next morning, the orderlies, the nurses, and people who worked in the hospice house and whatnot had been looking for her. She didn't show up for breakfast. They didn't even find her. They gave it about 24 hours because they weren't in lockdown or anything. I mean, they were young people. They were allowed to walk about. They did not find her. They gave it the next day, and they started walking about the grounds, and nothing came up. And being that they were on a cliff, they were concerned that maybe she had fallen off and perhaps met her death in the ocean below. There was nothing to say that she had tried to meet her own fate. There was nothing to say that there was anything afoot. Well, this went on for about a month, and one day, there she was. She just showed up in the foyer. God love her, she collapsed. And when she was brought to, they asked her, "Love, where have you been this entire time?" She said, "What are you talking about? I've been here this entire time." They said, "No, love, you've not. We've searched for you high and low. You've not been here. How have you survived? Where have you been?" She said, "Of course you've all gone mad. I've been right here." Well, nobody could explain it. She couldn't explain it. She wasn't armed. But her scan started to show that her tumors had started to decrease, and she was feeling quite well. She went to breakfast, and all of a sudden, something happened. Her breakfast mates, she no longer knew their names, but she knew their dates. She said, "You, 9/14/1970, and you, 11/25 1971. Well, this seemed to be a bit disturbing to them, and so they called the orderly. The orderly came. They said, "Miss, you seem to be disturbing the other patients, and could you come with me, please?" Of course, she complied, and she went with the orderly. She said, "Sir, I don't mean to be disturbing to anyone, but I have to tell you, 2/6/1989." He said, "Miss, I don't need to see or hear anything that you have to give to me. Please just come with me." Soon she was discharged from their care because her cancer was no longer there. There was no tumors. There was no need for care. So, soon after that, her breakfast mate to her left, September 14th, 1970, he died, he did. Her other breakfast mate, she too died on November 25th, 1971. Shortly after that, that orderly that so dismissed her, he died, he did, in a car crash. So heinously, he was dismembered by a logging truck, he was. Julia Jane, remember her name, but let us never speak of her again. Happy Halloween! Your Aunt Michelle loves you.
I would have said again. The very last.
It was muted. Say it again.
Oh. Hope you enjoyed that. That was the very last Everyone's Aunt Michelle.
What?
Now we're moving on to bigger and better things. Taking over that slot.
So we don't have any more incoherent blatterings of a queer?
Oh, we do. Yes, we do.
We do?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so Aunt Michelle hasn't gone anywhere.
Aunt Michelle is no one's Aunt Michelle now. She's ex-Nade, but now we're bringing on the bigger and better.
Ooh.
Stay tuned.
I guess we'll have to find more about that next week then, hey? Do you got a joke for me? You got just I want to hear a joke. I want to hear a right Mick joke. I'm dying for a right Mick joke.
How come some watermelons don't have seeds?
Why?
I don't know either. I was just wondering. What, you ready for the joke? You had to hate it from the beginning.
I just knew you were gonna come with something dumb. So you know what time it is.
It's so weird how the government can manipulate people into believing what they want to, especially like with BLM. Nothing against them, nothing. I'm for all rights, okay? But the simple fact that they just filed their taxes and had a $80 million tax return thing. How is that possible? Where's all that money? Because it sure is definitely not in the communities. And it's wrong. It's so wrong. But I guess the leadership in our country right now is all wrong too, because they're just filled with idiots that do nothing or care nothing about the American people. It's all about the American greed, money. And that's sad because There's a difference between rich and poor. If you ever ate spaghetti or cereal out of a Cool Whip bowl with residue of spaghetti on it, you know that we're all poor. Come on now.
They don't believe in Santa.
Damn, even
shit.
even that shit shut down and said, "Fuck you guys, that's too much. It's too much. It's too much. If you think it's too much, hit us up at 2mixinawap@gmail.com.
Where?
2mixinawap@gmail.com.
Where?
2mixinawap@gmail.com.
Anytime.
Now,
Why?
cause
Who?
you
How?
with the things.
Yep.
I think that's about it, really. We just joined on to do these last couple segments.
Yeah,
you
we
know
saw Santa.
that things are changed,
I think there's a
changing.
message still to be
Son of a
played.
biscuit eating.
I think so.
So we have still
Santa was on it. It just rules. Like, we're all discombobulated of the joy and the warmness in our hearts of the best holiday ever and the greatest soul and spirit ever.
yeah. And I'm prepared.
He's prepared.
Morgan, the world is cruel. That whacked out kids learned from their whacked out parents. Just get whacked out on the streets, don't know what the fuck they ever fucking doing. When it all just seems backwards and out of focus and out. Just not right. Remember, you cannot take that warm glow inside you. That belief. To believe in Santa. The all-knowing, the greatest spirit. Soul-warming goodness that we hold dear. Merry Christmas, Morgan.
So that's it.
You want to sing a Christmas song? It sounded like.
No, man, shut the fuck. Come on, dude. Santa Claus is fucking gone. I let you have that fucking high for
You
long
just
enough.
sound like you're
It
getting
is
ready to
still
sing a
in the
song.
second week of fucking October.
But you sounded like
dude.
you want to sing a Christmas song. I didn't know.
Yeah, I want to sing Halloween songs.
Okay, which one?
Anyone.
Jingle
Hells,
Halloween.
hells,
Jingle
hells.
Halloween.
devils come for you. Your
Oh.
glass is dumb. Your hair looks funny, and some people think you're Jewish. Hey,
Santa told me to go white.
You better go wipe. If you've been next to me for this long, you haven't wiped.
See what he did, guys? He's mentioning dude wipes. And of course I have. I do every day.
We ain't
Sponsor us.
sponsored.
Sponsor us, because fuck.
I asked for sponsor. Hey, guess what?
Huh?
Listen, we're doing some guests,
You're
some
doing?
big things. Okay. So the deal is we are trying to get some guests. I reached out to Mike Patton. I don't think he's going to be a guest. That's fine. We'll have other guests, but this is it. We went way longer than we should have. It's in 2 separate ones. The first one, check it out with Pete Mitchell, Santa Claus, JPM Productions. This one's got the last tail end of it. We'll see if you watch any of it. Listeners, lurkers, people. 2 Micks and a Wop at Facebook, 2 Micks and a Wop on Instagram, 2 Micks and a Wop on TikTok, 2 Micks and a Wop on YouTube. Subscribe, like, subscribe, and like, subscribe.
Believe.
2 Micks and a Wop at gmail.com.
Believe.
Hit us up. Do something. Say something.
More than anything, just believe. You can't hurt from it. You can only better yourselves and everything around you. Believe.
Jesus Christ.
Believe.